Hey everyone, welcome to Where Are We Wednesday, the series where I interview amazing agents from across the country and the world. I'm Carolyn Carino with Keller Williams here in Sarasota, Florida. Today we're in Nashville with Michael Bird. How are you? Please tell us about
I
yourself.
am doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing today, Carolyn?
Awesome, fantastic.
Good. Yeah, so my wife and I are a husband and wife team here in the Nashville area. She's been in real estate a couple years longer than me. She finally convinced me to make the jump over, and we've been loving it ever since. So yeah, we're husband and wife team here in Nashville. We're with Real Broker, and we cover about an hour around the city. So
What do you
Mount
love?
Juliet, Franklin, Brentwood.
Oh yeah, yeah. So what do you love most about living there? Why do you live and do real estate there?
Uh, well, a couple of reasons. So Nashville itself is just fantastic, right? The food, the music, the entertainment, the nightlife. It's one of the few cities that I've ever been to. It has all of that without having the New York or LA like size,
Mhm.
right? Like it doesn't take you 2.5 hours across the city.
Right. So kind of a
Um,
small town in a way. I bet you run into people that you know still and
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for a city that has like a metro population of just over 1 million, like it doesn't feel that big. It feels a lot smaller in like a cool way. Um, but like the food and the nightlife is just incredible here. We also have some of the best like state and national parks that you could ask for outside of probably Florida.
yes, yes, of course. I need to get over there for sure really soon. So, jumping into real estate, since you're the expert in Nashville,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what kind of market you're in there.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on which of the suburbs or the city center you're talking about. In
Okay.
general, we're pretty balanced, slightly leaning towards the buyer's market in most of the areas.
Uh,
There are a handful of areas though that are definitely still sellers markets because there's just very little inventory that ever comes up, and when it does, it's gone very quickly.
yeah, for those specific markets or specific neighborhoods, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah. So it's like the Franklin area is a really, really desirable, higher price point area. And so there are a lot of properties that the neighborhoods and like the types of property that come up there just don't come up very often. So there's a lot of those that are still what we would consider a seller's market for sure, even though the rest of the area, yeah, has 5 to 6 months of inventory.
right, 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 right. Well, so speaking of inventory, how about investors? What can we look forward to there? Is there any investment opportunity?
Yeah, so the best investment opportunity here, honestly, still is short-term rentals. They're definitely not as prominent as they were 4 to 5 years ago. There's been a lot of legislation, and just with the macroeconomic things that have happened nationwide, we're seeing a little less on the returns on those short-term rentals, but that's definitely still one of the best investor options here.
And that's
Um,
more like in and around the hub of Nashville, like the main.
it's going to be in the city core, not necessarily like just right there by like Broadway and downtown, which is where like the main like nightlife and entertainment hub is. There's a lot of the neighborhoods, 15 minutes away from there that we're still seeing, 15 to 20 minutes away from there that we're still seeing really good STR
Good.
performance. So it's varied a little bit more than a lot of cities in that aspect.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you, Mr. Michael Bird in Nashville, Tennessee. That's amazing. This is Where Are We Wednesday. If you have any questions about buying, selling, or investing in Nashville, you can contact Michael directly. You can contact me directly, and we will get you all linked up. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.